Hello everybody and welcome to another video. This time we are going to unlock Marin. What do we need to do? We need to play as Vector and beat her at level 30, perform 3 XYZ summons against her, inflict 2000 effect damage against anyone, activate a field spell and 3 trap cards against Marin. So that is quite simple and straightforward. So let's hop on into the duels, and while we're doing that I can talk about what took me so long. Well, I was just not having a lot of time, and I was playing Duel Links casually, and I even started a new account with a character collection challenge, just for myself basically, just for funsies, and then they dropped Marin. And I saw that on my second account, so main account had her, of course, and second account even had her. So I must have unlocked her during the event. And therefore, the only account that didn't have her was my character collection account, the new one, basically. So I had to play normally until I was able to get to Zale World Stage 6 and therefore tackle these missions. So, and all of this took me a lot of time, and when it comes to not putting out any videos whatsoever, this is due to time constraints. But starting in September I have a little more time and therefore will be able to come out with more videos, of course. So here just 3 XYZ summons. This is from Yuma's character deck, character duel deck, that you get after unlocking Yuma from the Lifetimes list, which is just summoning like number 70 Malevolent Sin and then Utopia and number C39 Utopia Ray on top of Utopia, which by the way is treated as an XYZ summon. Therefore 3 XYZ summons in a single duel was quite simple, and yeah, just winning was also quite simple as well. Now we have a few more things on the agenda, and one of them is actually that we need to activate a field spell card. Also, I want to activate a few trap cards, and I need to do both of these missions against Marin. So I decided to change the deck here. It's a pretty basic deck. I didn't even get all of the character decks just yet, and I have this Junk Speeder, not Junk Speeder, the Junk Warrior structure deck that I could get from the shop for free because this was a campaign, and I still could get that, but I don't have it just yet because I want to collect the Synchro Monsters when I do the Arc 5 portion of my playthrough here with my character collection challenge. Therefore, I just have a few basic cards here. I mean, I have the Yusei, the Yami Yugi, and the Yuma character deck, I think. And that's pretty much all I need. And I also have some field spell cards from unlocking characters and whatnot. So nothing too crazy. And this is not really a brand new account anymore. I mean, it's maybe like a month or 2 months old or something. But it is an account that does not have a lot of resources to its name, so it still should show you that it's absolutely possible to get these missions done with a fairly low ceiling account, basically. Now, against her at level 10 here, I want to activate a field spell card and 3 trap cards in a single duel. And yeah, that's not really a big deal, nothing much to talk about, so yeah, it's straightforward. Now when it comes to the 2000 effect damage, the first thing that should come to mind, if you've been watching this channel for a while, is of course the vessel farm. However, let's just assume that you do not have access to Gravekeeper's Vessel or Union Attack or something like that. So what do we do then? Now, I have a few spell cards that deal effect damage, like Sparks, of course, and then Raimei, and the one copy that we're allowed to play of Hinotama. So I could use those to inflict some effect damage, and it's just 2000 points, so we could even do this in one duel. Also, we don't need to do this in one duel against anyone. It could be like over the course of 2 or 3 duels if you really wanted to. Also, if you have Hamon, Lord of Striking Thunder, from the Lifetimes card list, and a decent opponent, you could actually use Hamon's effect and anytime it destroys a monster in battle and sends it to the graveyard, Hamon inflicts effect damage to the opponent. In the TCG it would be 1000 points, and I think they may have changed that in Duel Links to 500 points, but it's still quite a lot. And it can accumulate, and therefore Hamon would be a nice way as well. However, the vessel farm is what I usually go for when it comes to these effect damage missions. And I was, at this point of the recordings, still contemplating on whether or not to show a duel with me dealing effect damage, and then decided to actually, yeah, maybe I should do it. However, I wanted to try it out first, so after rebuilding the deck here, I would go up against a standard duelist, the Fierce Knight opponent, like a level 5 opponent, and their deck is just monsters, like level 3 monsters, and this one effect monster that cannot be attacked and does not take any battle damage, or doesn't make him not take any battle damage, as long as level 3 or lower monster, non-effect monster is on the field. And yeah, he would then tribute summon his Gaia the Fierce Knight, which he plays 3 copies of, and that's the boss monster of his deck basically, so the standard duelist deck. And yeah, he was an easy enough opponent, so I decided, you know what, I just go up against him, and did not record the video or the duel. However, after this duel, after seeing that it all worked out fine, I decided to save it as a replay, and here we see the replay. So my objective basically was to have Utopia on board as a monster that has more than 2300 attack points, so that his Gaia the Fierce Knight, if it ever hits the field, would not be able to do anything. And in fact, I then activated my Thunder Crash that I got as a dual reward at one point, and then was able to inflict a lot of damage. And number 70, Malevolent Sin, is stronger than anything he can do, and therefore I just had to win the duel. Basically, I didn't even have to win, I just needed to inflict 2000 points of effect damage in total using Vector. And yeah, that's all she wrote about these missions. Quite straightforward and quite simple. Now, what I do not like is that Marin looks like Rio, and obviously they are sort of the same person. Not really though, of course, not the same character and all that stuff, but they look fairly similar, and therefore if I show you, or if I showed you in the beginning, it was Marin and not Rio, and therefore this here is Marin. Yeah, but unfortunately they look pretty similar and pretty the same, and I don't know why she couldn't have been an alternative style for Rio, but hey, it is what it is, and a new character means more level up rewards. So I think that's pretty much it, right? Nah, not quite. We can get a skill, Barian Battle Morph Ragnar Affinity, or something like that. I'm still playing in German here, so I cannot really have the actual name unless I did some research, but you know me, I don't do research here. So it's just me translating the skill, which came with Marin when she was made unlockable with missions. We also got these skills here, or this one skill, and that's it already. So watch out for more videos in the future, and thank you so much for watching this one.